Happy April Fool's Day, gang! Welcome to another edition of Dog's Holiday Schlock, where it's a review of April Fool's Day from 2008. Boy, how I wish I was joking you about this one, but no, I'm actually reviewing this one. Well, this time around, it's about a young girl named Desiree who's planning a party at her mansion for a friend of hers named Torrance, I guess. I don't know. Some of her friends decide they want to pull an April Fool's prank on somebody who's not very well liked. I think her name was Milan or something like that. I think it matters. These are rich people's names. I don't care. So she decides to pull a little prank on her, involving trying to record Milan and her brother Blaine having sex. But prank backfires. Milan starts having a seizure, falls off the balcony from the upstairs bedroom, falls to her death and dies. And of course, everybody's cleared of all charges because, well, they're rich, and it was considered a accidental prank. It's a year later. Everybody decides to go gather at Milan's grave, but they're all given a note that says, "I know what you did last summer." Okay, that one's a joke. Sorry. Actually, the notes say, "I have proof." And then all of a sudden, people start dying left and right. Looks like something accidental or something on purpose and all kinds of stupid crap. Anyway, turns out it was all just a big April Fool's joke from what happened a year earlier, because everybody wanted to get back at Desiree for what happened. So Desiree and her brother are apparently tied up or something like that, or some nonsense, I don't know. Desiree gets tied to a chair, she gets her life threatened and all this other stuff, and turns out everybody's pulling a prank on her. And to basically prove that this gun that she's being held hostage at has no bullets in it, she gets her brains blown out, pretty much. So it's sometime later. Blaine winds up going to court over the whole thing. He winds up becoming sole heir of the family fortune. Then he gets in Desiree's car, drives off, and smiles as if to kind of sort of say, "Yeah, that worked out well." Wish I could say the same thing for this movie. Why did this movie suck? Okay, like most horror movie remakes, you have a lot of unlikable characters. Gang, if I can give you any kind of advice, watch the original. It's better. The double twist ending in that is better. You might see it coming a mile away, I'm not 100% sure. But this much I will say, the double twist ending from the original is different than this one. And like I said, doesn't involve a bunch of rich, snobby characters, doesn't involve what seems like a ripoff of I Know What You Did Last Summer and Final Destination, because there seemed to be some Final Destination-like deaths in the movie too, maybe at least one or two. And like I said, this one, you just want to see them all die, and then when it turns out, I was like, oh, it's all just a joke. Well, you're not laughing like him. Or him. Gang, I don't know why in the world they make remakes to where everybody is just so unlikable and everything like that. I think that's why a lot of people hated the Nightmare on Elm Street remake, although I think that's one of the reasons why. But this was total crap. And the double twist ending they try to give you can kind of see it coming, and especially when Blaine is driving away, you know he's going to smile before the credits roll. So, yeah. Like I said, stick to the original. It's way better. I mean, it was made in '86. More fun. But this one, it was actually called a horror movie version of Mean Girls. Well, I've never watched Mean Girls and never plan on it. But, again, this was total crap. And I wish I was fooling you, but I'm not. But there you guys have it, a review of April Fool's Day. If you like my videos, feel free to subscribe. And if you have a horror, sci-fi horror, comedy horror, or fantasy horror movie that took place on a day that many people don't consider to be anything big, but they still go out and make fools of themselves, like, say, Arbor Day, send it my way and I'll get on it ASAP. Thank you guys so very, very much for watching. And until next time, as always, stay strong and rock on. And whatever pranks you're planning on pulling on this day, well, let's hope they don't get anybody hurt, including yourself.